Hey, what's up you guys? Culture Gamer here with a desperate attempt to save my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about Destiny. In this video I want to talk about a little bit of things that we want to see in the future for Destiny and some things we want fixed. And also I'm going to be bringing in some comments that I asked from other people about what they want to see in the next Destiny expansion, DLC, or in the sequel Destiny 2. I want to keep this video fairly positive because I don't want any negativity towards it. I'm not getting sponsored by Bungie. It's not that. It's just I want this, this overall community response to be positive. Now I'm going to be covering some main key points from Crota to Orcs, so that means I will cover a lot of the game. This video will be less than 10 minutes, although I do have a famous record for saying a video will be this short and making it 3 times as long. But I will try to cover my thoughts and ideas and bring in the comments and keep it all compact and simple for you guys to listen to or watch. Now, one of the main things that were brought up were bringing Year 1 weapons back to Year 2. Now, this is mainly from people who played Year 1 like myself, who worked hard to achieve those weapons that took a long time to achieve, and now they just are obsolete and irrelevant. I would love to see some of those, maybe most of them, brought back to Year 2 to add to weapons that people can use. And this brings to one of my theories that one gun shouldn't be more powerful. One gun should be more powerful than every other gun. For instance, gun A can overpower gun B, but gun C can counter gun A. But gun C is not more powerful than gun A. It's just a gun that can counter it, or almost has the same fire, same. I don't know. I don't want to get into the mathematics and stuff like that. But if you get what I'm saying, whereas gun B can overpower gun D, but gun C can overpower. It's a weird theory and concept. It takes more of like a whole video to explain it. But I feel like if it could be brought down to more detail and very simple explanation, which I can, if I had more time that I have given myself, I could maybe break it down a little bit more. But I think most of you get the idea of one weapon shouldn't be able to overpower every weapon. So this adds to the fact that people can use more variety of weapons, and it's more of a fair usage in the gunfights, and not just that it can counter, but I feel like even if you are using an overpowered weapon, if you can handle it very well and you maxed out the way of using that weapon very skillfully, then heck yeah, be able to overpower any weapon you encounter. But that's the player skill, not the weapon, if that makes sense. The player skill should affect the weapon. So if I'm using like Real Crafty, he uses the last word very well. If that weapon got a counter and the next weapon cannot overpower but counter that weapon, but he's still able to skillfully use it because he's good at the weapon, then heck yeah, that makes sense. But the fact is that not every average player that hasn't mastered the skill of that weapon shouldn't be able to overpower a weapon that should be able to counter it. Now let's keep talking PvE. As for Prison of Elders, I feel like there's so much potential for Prison of Elders. Now in the update, Bungie did say that there were new PvE challenges, new and updated gear. I feel like this could come into play with Prison of Elders as for the rewards and the incentives for doing Prison of Elders. I'm not sure what they could add for the reward. I'm not sure if they'll bring those Year 1 PoE rewards, weapons that can work in Year 2. I'm not sure what can happen, but I feel like something is going to be involved with Prison of Elders. They cannot leave it hanging in the dust as long as they have, because it played such an important role in House of Wolves, and now it was just left in the dust. No one did it, unless you're with a group of friends who just got really bored. You would do PoE, or to get that weapon to use it in PvP to just have fun with it. Then you would go back and do PoE and maybe get that weapon. But I feel like that if Bungie incorporates PoE into Year 2, I feel like there's so much potential for new rewards, new guns, and more variety of guns and armor that people can use. As for missions, patrols, Vanguard strikes, so on and so forth, the Nightfall, I feel like there's so much potential for the Nightfall. There already is, but it doesn't benefit the average player. The rewards are kind of repetitive. They're kind of unnecessary. I go into the Nightfall and I do this hard strike and I get 12 strange coins. Upon the 50,000 strange coins that I already own because I don't buy anything from Xur, because I have already obtained everything that I need from Xur. Which also wants me to talk about Xur. I feel like Xur should be a lot more appreciated in Destiny. If he's supposed to come once a week to bring us the guns that he thinks are for the gods, basically, to use, the best of the best, I feel like there should be more that he offers. Or he should pull off and, resign and go do his own thing like Eververse. Have an entire store of weapons or stuff like that. Not necessarily buy with silver, but you get my point as to where he should offer more variety. Maybe he should have his own weapons and armor pieces that are different from the Vanguard or the Crucible or the Dead Orbit, all those other factions. Now, PvE needs a major overhaul, and I have good faith that Bungie will add a lot to PvE and make it more relevant in the current state that Destiny is in right now. But Destiny has 3 different groups of people that play its game, Bungie or that play Destiny. There's the PvE group, there's the PvP, and there's the both group. But I feel like you shouldn't force PvE players to play PvP to get where they need to be, and vice versa. I feel like there should be ways to boost up in both game types, and I feel like this is noted very highly in the community. People who like just PvE want to do just PvE, and Destiny is really great for PvE as well for PvP. Now, I have good faith that Bungie will make PvE more relevant in year 2 than it is right now. As for PvP, I feel like they're going to add some more adjustments that are very needed to PvP to make it more fun and entertaining and competitive. Now, one thing that I wanted to talk about was Trials of Osiris, which is something that I play religiously in Destiny because it is fun and very entertaining and fun to meet new people and play with different strategies and stuff like that. But it's very dull when it comes to competitiveness because it is very repetitive than competitive. Now, I have 3 ideas for Trials of Osiris that could really help, but there are many more things that this game mode could use. But number 1 is different maps. Now, they tried something last year where they did different maps, I think every day or every, I don't remember, but they tried different maps, and it just didn't work because people complained and Bungie didn't want to continue with it for whatever reason. But I feel like it made it more competitive. But I think that having a different map every ticket is better than every day or every hour or so, because for that ticket you will get the same map, but the next ticket you will have to adapt and adjust to that map, which makes it more competitive because it's not the same thing constantly. People aren't camping in the same spots as all the time. I feel like that would help so much better. But for the second one, boons, I feel like if you go 9-0, even if they get rid of boons, which would be great. Anyway, boons, if you use them and you go 9-0 flawless, you should have those boons returned back to you. It's like an investment. If you go 9-0 and you use boons to get there, and you go 9-0, you should get them back. But if you lose, you should not have the boons, like it is already right now. I feel like that is a return on the investment of your boons, because right now the passage coin system is very crappy, which brings me to idea number 3, because if they don't fix the passage coin little loophole fail, which people have to keep losing games to get, which would make the policing system for the ticket kind of hard to work because people have to lose games to get passage coins. Passage coins should have more. You should have more of an option to get passage coins. Whether as you can get passage coins by doing PvE like PoE, or you can do passage coins by doing bounties. But the best thing I would say for the bounties, for passage coins wise, this could work for anything really, but each bounty, every 5 bounties that you complete, and you get those 15, 29 passage coins, those 5 bounties unlock another 5 bounties. Now, why I say PvE is because maybe those bounties could be relevant to PvE, which means you got to go back to patrol and do that stuff. Or PvP, you can go to Crucible and turn in those bounties and get the passage coins. I know Trials has its own bounties, but that is not enough. I maybe get 4 or 5 passage coins, and due to me deleting all 358 of my passage coins, or like many who have used so many passage coins, and just are broke now, I feel like this Passes Coin system could work so much better than what it is right now. Now, as for the maps, every ticket is good. Every change, every map, every ticket is good. As for policing it, I'm not sure how that will work. I'm sure if a team is losing 3 tickets in a row to get to a certain map that they know they can go flawless on, that should result in a consequence. I'm pretty sure not every team is going to go 0-0 every 9 games that you can play on each ticket. So it could be policed in a very different way. I'm not sure how Bungie would want to handle it, but I feel like there's more opportunity with these 3 ideas. So I asked a few people on Facebook and Xbox what they'd like to see in Destiny 2 or a Destiny expansion or DLC sort of thing. And I got a lot of comments back, but I'm only going to take a few so I can keep this video kind of short. But one comment I got from Blunt King Peters was, I'd like to see a bit of a KD matchup in PvP. If you're getting carried, then sure, give me some scarabs to match up against. If I'm playing with guys with crap stats and Mindsuck as well, don't put me up against 1%ers. So he's saying there should be more of a KD matchup or a skill-based matchmaking rather than the connection-based matchmaking I think it is now. However, he's saying if he has 3 people, let's say in the top 50%, he should not be playing against people in the top 1%. Maybe people in the top 1% should be playing in a different set of people in the percentage. Maybe 1%ers can go against top 15 or top 20, but if you're in the top 50 or lower, not 50, but lower 50s or lower like 60s and 80s, you should not be going against people with this amount of skill level because it doesn't make it fun for them, because for them it's easy and for you it's just frustrating. You should be able to maybe increase your skill by playing with people matching your skill and then you move up. I don't know if that's incorporated into Destiny now. I don't see it as much as I want to. Maybe it was, maybe it's not, but I just don't see it. But on to the next comment. So I got a comment from one of my Xbox friends, Fexbooks and Xbox. Easy Streak 33-3 said, I would like to see more weapons and armor so that not every Guardian is wearing the same thing. Exotics should be exotic so that the grind that we do is more worth it. And different daily missions so it's not repetitive because that gets old fast. Well, Easiest, I had no idea people still did daily missions. Maybe that's not a good thing that people still don't do them, or that I am not aware of it. But however, let's move on to the first part of his comment, which I'm very interested in. I went in and asked Easiest Tweak, would you rather see more customization for the Guardian? And of course he said yes, which is what I want to tie in because a lot of comments that I got back were about customizing. I feel like customization, if you add that to this game, it would just blow up. I mean, I think Black Ops 3 already does the weapon customizations to where I saw some Destiny Guardians putting like Future World Cult logos on the guns and stuff like that. I feel like if that was brought to the game, that would be so much cool. That would be so cool from armor. But if it's not as broad as people want it to be, maybe at least giving us options for that armor piece, maybe 3 to 4 different options of different colors, or 3 to 4 different skins or logos we can do for that armor piece. Now if it's faction based, that skin or logo should be faction based, so that means Bungie would have to, you know, add to their art or designer team maybe a few more people to, I'm saying it like I can just do that myself, like here's a few $100,000 to hire like 3 different people. But no, what I'm saying is maybe that art or design teams that for that faction could be like, okay, let's come up with 3 different skins or logos for that armor piece, or for multiple armor pieces that can be used. That way there's more variety and there's more customization. Maybe this is coming in the next update when they say new and updated gear and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but it would be so cool to see, even if it's not in this expansion, but in Destiny 2, more customization from weapons to armor pieces, even shaders. I feel like that would be a lot better than what it is right now, because I do not feel attached to my character at all because of the lack of customization. Now I have so much more to share with you, but I don't want to make this video too long. Maybe I will make a part 2, but I will have a link to all, not link, but I will, if you look in the description box, there will be different comments that people left me typed out that you can read and then respond to in the discussion, as a discussion in the comment section below. I really want to promote a huge discussion in the comment section so I can read through it, talk to you guys. We can all talk about it. I don't care if it's negative. Actually, I do care, but I don't care if it's like you know, it's your opinion, and if your opinion's negative, that's okay, but it's not like nonsense negative, if that makes sense. And mostly keep it positive, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please leave a like, share if you oh, let me stop right there. I forgot to talk about the April update that was just released on March 17th. March 17th, Bungie released an update on their website that said there will basically be an April update, which is deploying on April 12th. It will feature new PvE challenges, new and updated gear, new quest featuring the Blighted Chalice Strike, increased max light and rewards, sandbox and Crucible updates, and more. Now, I am so excited about the Crucible updates. Maybe they'll bring private matches, which is like the most wanted thing. I didn't bring that up in the video because I was pretty sure that was obvious. And max level, I feel like max light levels, I feel like those should not be as easy as they were in year 1 and year 2 to get to. I feel like they need to make it a little bit more challenging to max out our light level. However, anyways, these ideas and content that's coming to Destiny will be streamed over 3 streams. Here are 3 dates. They're all on Wednesdays. March 23rd, we'll be talking about new things to do. March 30th, new things to earn. April 6th, Sandbox and Crucible updates. These will all be at 11 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Eastern. If I screw that up, I am sorry. Look up your time zones compared to the Pacific and figure it out. I will have a link to Destiny's Twitch channel, which you can go to and watch on the selected date that they will be streaming. I will be in the comments section as always. I'm not sure if I'm going to be subscribing to the channel, but subscribing does get you, they do give the money that you subscribe with to the Bungie Foundation, which does a lot of charity work, which is pretty awesome. But as for this video, it is over. I'll see you guys next time. Please don't forget to leave a comment below, read the description box to figure out what other people have told me. Leave a like, subscribe if you like what you saw, and I will see you guys next time. Culture Gamer signing off. If that's my outro, maybe my outro could be Guardians keep go saving the galaxy, or Culture Gamer can never make a video less than the time that he has allotted. Anyways, peace out. Bye.